बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका केमिस्ट्री इन एवरीडे। जी हाँ, केमिस्ट्री इन एवरीडे लाइफ के इस डिस्कशन सीरीज में इसमें हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे 16.2 ड्रग टारगेट इंटरेक्शन। जल्दी से रिवाइज कीजिए। चलिए, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स of biological origin perform various functions in the body. For example, dash dash, which perform the role of biological catalyst in the body are called dash dash. Those which are crucial to communication system in the body are called receptors. The next, carrier proteins carry dash dash molecules across the cell membrane. The next dash dash have coded genetic information for the cell. The next, lipids and dash dash are structural parts of the cell membrane. The next, we shall explain the drug target interaction with the example of enzyme and receptors. The next, 16.2.1 enzyme as drug targets. A. Catalytic action of enzymes. For understanding the interaction between a drug and an enzyme, it is important to know how do dash dash catalyze. जी हाँ, catalyze the reaction. Section 5.2.4. In their dash dash, enzyme perform two major functions. First, the first function of n dash dash is to hold the substrate for a chemical reaction. The next, active sites of dash dash hold the substrate molecule in a suitable position so that it can be attacked by the dash dash effectively. The next, substrate binds to the dash dash of the enzyme through a variety of interactions such as dash dash, van der Waals interaction और डाइपोल डाइपोल interactions. फिगर 16.1 माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए इसका। चलिए, एंजाइम जो कि फिगर 16.1 के ए में दिया गया है उसका माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए। बी सबस्ट्रेट का, सी एंजाइम होल्डिंग सबस्ट्रेट, ए एक्टिव साइट ऑफ एन एंजाइम, बी सबस्ट्रेट, सी सबस्ट्रेट हेल्ड इन एक्टिव साइट ऑफ द एंजाइम. Second, the second function of n dash dash is to provide functional group that will attack the substrate and carry out chemical reaction. B. Drug enzyme interaction. चलिए, the first question, dash dash inhibit any of the above mentioned activities of enzymes. These can block the binding site of the dash dash and prevent the binding of substrate, or can inhibit the dash dash activity of the enzyme. Such drugs are called dash dash. The next, drug inhibit the attachment of dash dash on active site of enzymes in two different ways. First, dash dash compete with the natural substrate for their attachment on the active sites of enzymes. Such drugs are called dash dash. Figure 16.2. फिगर 16.2 में जो फिगर्स दिए गए हैं उनका माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए और उसको नोटबुक पर बनाने की 5 बार प्रयास कीजिए। अगर नहीं बनता है तो फिर से देख लीजिए। चलिए, एंजाइम के ऊपर पीला भाग जो दिख रहा है वो क्या है? क्या आप ड्रग एंड सबस्ट्रेट कॉम्पीटिंग फॉर एक्टिविटी साइट ऑफ एंजाइम लिखा हुआ आंख बंद के देख पा रहे हैं? क्या आपको ड्रग दिख रहा है? ड्रग और एंजाइम। सबस्ट्रेट। Drug blocks the activity site of enzyme. Figure 16.2. Drug and substrate competing for active site. Second, some drugs do not bind to the enzyme's active site. These bind to a different site of enzyme which is called dash dash. This binding of inhibitor at allosteric site, figure 16.3, changes the shape of the active site in such a way that substrate cannot recognize it. The next, figure 16.3, non-competitive inhibitor changes the active site of enzyme after binding at allosteric site. क्या आपको एंजाइम दिख रहा है? एक्टिव साइट, allosteric site, inhibitor, active site with changed shape, inhibitor occupying allosteric site. The next, if the dash dash formed between an enzymes and an inhibitor is a strong covalent bond and cannot be broken easily, then the dash dash is blocked permanently. The next, the body then degrades the dash dash complex and synthesizes the new enzyme. 16.2.2 Receptors as drug targets. The next, dash dash are proteins that are crucial to body's communication process. Majority of these are embedded in dash dash, figure 16.4. Receptor proteins are embedded in the dash dash in such a way that their small part processing active site projects out the surface of membrane and opens on the outside region of the cell membrane. इसमें एक वर्ड गलत किया गया है, बताइए वो कौन सा वर्ड है? The next, माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए 16.4 रिसेप्टर प्रोटीन embedded in the cell membrane. The active site of the receptor opens and the outside region of the cell. सुरक्षित जगह पर आंख बंद कीजिए। जी हाँ, आंख बंद कीजिए। क्या आपको एनिमल सेल दिखाई दे रहा है? A small part of cell membrane, that is plasma membrane. Receptor protein, interior of cell, inner surface of cell membrane, binding site of receptor, outer surface of cell membrane. In the body, dash dash between two neurons and that between neurons to muscles is communicated through certain chemicals. These chemicals known as dash dash are received at the binding site of receptor protein. The next, to accommodate the messenger shape of the receptor site changes. This brings about the dash dash into the cell. Thus, chemical messenger gives message to dash dash without entering the cell. माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए 16.5 की। ए रिसेप्टर, जी हाँ, रिसेप्टर रिसीविंग केमिकल मैसेंजर का माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए और इसको नोटबुक पर बनाने का प्रयास कीजिए। बी शेप ऑफ रिसेप्टर चेंज्ड आफ्टर अटैचमेंट ऑफ मैसेंजर। सी रिसेप्टर regains structure after removal of chemical messenger. There are a large number of different receptors in the body that interact with different chemical messengers. These receptors should dash dash for one chemical messenger over the other because their binding sites have dash dash structure and amino acid composition. The next, drugs that bind to dash dash and inhibit its natural function are called dash dash. The next, these are useful when blocking of dash dash is required. The next, there are other types of dash that mimic the natural messenger by switching on the dash dash. These are called agonists. The next, these are useful when there is lack of dash dash. The next 16.3 therapeutic action of different classes of drugs. रिवाइज मारिए जल्दी से. चलिए the next. In this section we will discuss the dash dash action of a few important classes of drugs. जी हाँ, in this section we shall discuss the therapeutic action of a few important classes of drugs. 16.3.1 Antacids. Overproduction of dash dash in the stomach causes irritation and pain. The next, in severe cases dash dash are developed in the stomach. The next, until dash dash only treatment for acidity was administration of antacid such as sodium hydrogen carbonate or a mixture of dash dash and dash dash hydroxide. The next, however, dash dash can make the stomach alkaline and trigger the production of even more acid. The next, dash dash are better alternatives because of being insoluble. These do not increase the pH above dash dash. The next, these treatments control only symptoms and not the dash dash. The next, in advanced stage, dash dash become life-threatening and its only treatment is removal of the affected part of the stomach. The next, a major breakthrough in the dash dash of hyperacidity came through the discovery according to which dash dash stimulates the secretion of pepsin and hydrochloric acid in the stomach. The next, the drug dash dash was designed to prevent the interaction of histamine with the receptor present in the stomach wall. The next, this resulted in a release of lesser amount of dash dash. The importance of the drug was so much that it remained the largest selling drug in the world until another drug dash dash was discovered. चलिए हिस्टामिन का स्ट्रक्चर 5 बार बनाकर दिखाइए. सिमेटिडीन का स्ट्रक्चर 10 बार बनाकर दिखाइए. रेनिटिडीन का स्ट्रक्चर एकदम 10 बार बनाकर दिखाइए. चलिए द नेक्स्ट 16.3.2 एंटीहिस्टामिन्स. Dash dash is a potent vasodilator. It has various functions. It contracts the dash dash in the bronchi and gut and relaxes other muscles, such as those in the walls of fine blood vessels. The next, dash dash is also responsible for nasal congestion associated with dash dash and allergic response to pollen. synthetic drugs dash dash that is Dimetapp and dash dash that is Selden act as antihistamines. They interfere with dash dash of histamine by competing with dash dash for binding site of receptor where histamine exerts its effect. The next, now the question that arises, why do above mentioned dash dash not affect the secretion of acid in stomach? जी हाँ, why do mentioned antihistamines not affect the secretion of acid in stomach? The reason is that dash dash and dash dash work on different receptors. चलिए माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए, डाइमेटैप डाइमेटेन का माइंड कैप्चर कर लीजिए। 10 बार बनाकर दिखाना है इसको माइंड कैप्चर के बाद, एकदम राइट। चलिए 10 बार कॉपी पर बनाइए तो इसको। चलिए सेल्डेन का माइंड कैप्चर कीजिए और इसका नाम बताइए, एक और जो नाम दिया गया एनसीईआरटी में। इसको भी 10 बार कॉपी पर बिना देखे हुए बनाना है, जल्दी बनाइए। चलिए दी नेक्स्ट 16.3.3 न्यूरोलॉजिकल एक्टिव ड्रग्स। जी हाँ, न्यूरोलॉजिकली एक्टिव ड्रग्स, उसमें ए ट्रैंक्विलाइजर्स। जल्दी से रिवाइज कर लीजिए ट्रैंक्विलाइजर्स को। रिवाइज कर लिए, इसको नेक्स्ट डिस्कशन सीरीज से लेते हैं। थैंक यू।